month by Bangalore School of Design and Technology is going to kickstart in a couple of seconds. Thank you for taking your time out to be a part of this webinar on Careers in Architectural Design, exclusively organized by Bangalore School of Design and Technology for all the 12th standard students and their parents who are part of this session as well. Or shall I rephrase it, for all our future architects? Well, architects and architectural professionals work in nearly every industry. You name it, you hear about it, thus creating new and exciting career opportunities. And how does this happen? Well, our distinguished speakers will throw light on these scenarios and many more will be discussed as there is immense, believe me, immense scope due to the ever growing real estate industry which is booming. A quick do's and don'ts, gentle reminders to follow the webinar etiquettes. Kindly mute yourself. You are free to turn off your web camera if you wish to, but we will be delighted to see all of you though. Don't worry about jotting down some information immediately when the speakers talk, since we'll be sending you the recording of the session. During the interactive Q&A session towards the later part of the program, kindly raise your hand, unmute yourself and ask the speakers the questions directly, or just drop in your questions in the chat box and I will put them across to the speaker. Kindly refrain from asking questions about the admission process, fee structure, class timings, etc., as the admission department will be helping you with that. We've got a surprise for you at the end of the session, so stay tuned till the end to know what is it. Dear participants, let me give you a glimpse of Bangalore School of Design and Technology as to who we are through this virtual walkthrough.
A call for all the creative thinkers who strive to make a difference. Let us reimagine the world by curating spaces, carving thoughts, nailing ideas, planting vision, building the future, and reimagining with the real passion to create, innovate, and inspire. A call for all those who take pride to see themselves as architects, interior designers, graphic designers, furniture designers, landscape designers, structural designers, user interactive and experience designers by creating, innovating, and inspiring the world we reimagine. We, Bangalore School of Design, are together in this journey of reimagining a better future.
Our mission and vision. Bangalore School of Design's mission is to educate students to achieve excellence and to create meaningful, responsible, and creative designs through developing and articulating the students' imagination. And our vision is to be a global leader in design education, impacting the profession through innovative curricula and strategic collaborations with graduates placed in positions of influence around the world. What do we do at Bangalore School of Design and Technology? This is what happens on a daily basis in our campus, buzzing with activity, students with complete focus, determined to achieve their goal, and Bangalore School of Design and Technology provides a conducive design environment. What goes on at Bangalore School of Design and Technology? where every nook and corner speaks only of design.
I
Nothing.
guess, I guess, Dorothy, when you were talking something, I think the music was just playing on. So I don't think people heard what you said. I guess.
Okay,
Anyway,
sir, I
carry on.
will.
There was a clash with what you were talking on. The music was just playing.
Okay, sir. I will repeat it. Nothing beats an exciting hands on experience to deepen one's horizon, and Bangalore School of Design's unique approach, a one of a kind opportunity given to students, is called We Go Beyond the Curriculum, which is a huge hit, and our students look forward to it each time it is conducted, which consists of design studio, workshops, guest lectures, off campus learning, skill development, one on one mentorships, etc. And in fact, these are one of the reasons why students take admission in Bangalore School of Design and Technology. Here are a few photos which we would like to share to all our participants about our study tour programs because we believe that hands on experience matters. This was Pondicherry study tour for the BBA Interior and Spatial Design second, fourth, and sixth semester students respectively. Belur Halibut study tour to North Karnataka for the BBA Interior and Spatial Design sixth semester students. Site visits, a huge hit in our college. A visit to Cube House for BSc Interior Design fourth semester students. A site visit to Mr. Verghese' house for the BSc Interior Design fifth semester students. HMG Stone Factory, off-campus learning for the BSc and BBA Interior Design second semester students. Learning amidst nature at Ratanahalli Lake, another off-campus learning for the BSc Interior Design third semester students. Channapatna, another off-campus learning for the BSc and BBA Interior as well as Graphic Design first semester students. Another site visit to Canara Prints for the BBA Graphic Design first semester students. Now, let's take a sneak peek into our academic program. BDES, Bachelor of Design Honors in Architectural Design Construction, a four-year program from University of Mysore. 4 years, 8 semesters, and NATA exam is not required to do a BDES honors course. Unlike BIAC, which is for 4 years, we think BIAC curriculum has become obsolete and outdated. So we have introduced BDES Honors Architectural Design Construction, a four-year program which just focuses more on creativity. Blissful Bali beckons. Traveling is undoubtedly an inevitable part of architectural studies. One of the perks of studying BDES Architectural Design Construction at Bangalore School of Design is the Study Abroad Tour initiative given to the students in the seventh semester. Bangalore School of Design unveils your path to a comprehensive and a well-guided tour to Indonesia to study at University Bali, where you can absorb, interact, grasp, and delve into the mesmerizing world of architecture. Bangalore School of Design will make sure you will take delight in our study abroad program, which provides direct personal experiences of built environments and deeper understanding of ancient as well as modern architectural styles in Indonesia, which is definitely a quintessential part of a broad, balanced, and popular curriculum. Contact your admission counselors to know in detail about this study abroad tour program. So, without any further ado, let's start this webinar organized by Bangalore School of Design by introducing our speakers who will be throwing light on the intricacies of careers in architectural design. It's my immense pleasure to introduce Architect Dineshwar. Sir is the founder and chairman of Bangalore School of Design and Technology, who is on a mission to constantly bring new facets of architectural design culture to Bangalore. Sir is also the principal architect of Design Studio and is a renowned guest lecturer and guest speaker on both national and international platforms for nearly 30 plus years. Welcome, sir. Our key speaker is Miss Neha. Miss Neha actually needs no introduction. Mrs. Neha William truly believes that in a creative field like hers, every day is an opportunity to evolve as a better designer. With the steady career graph from area designer to team lead to associate partner and whatnot, Miss Neha, in all modesty, still believes the best work and designation is yet to come. From doing prominent shoe stores to premium co-working spaces, modular furniture to bespoke chandeliers, for Miss Neha, it is much more than just designing. It is an amalgamation of creative instincts, a co-design team, the contractors, and the hardworking skilled craftsmen who are man's biggest assets. Miss Neha further adds, fun in designing is leading one's thoughts to life and connecting the dots and weaving it all together for the clients, reflecting one's personality. Dear participants, we have our distinguished speaker for today, Mrs. Neha Vikram, the founder of Checkered Space. Welcome, ma'am.
Hi everyone.
Ma'am, we would like you to say a few words to our students, ma'am.
Hi guys. I'm Neha Vikram, like already I've been introduced. So I'm running my studio since years and I have an experience of 18 years of experience with chair guys. Have fun today to start what are the kinds of challenges maybe so let's understand what this is all about. Bring questions, clarity of thoughts, again, and I hope that I look at this webinar and also guys to understand and really change the thoughts that you have and helps you to decide further where you want to go and what you want to get in. Yeah, that's that.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much. Now, we move on to our segment, which everyone has been looking forward to, the interactive Q&A session. So, dear participants, kindly drop in your questions at the chat box. Okay. Ma'am, we would like to start with the first question. Can you briefly talk about your experience in this field, ma'am?
Okay, so like I had mentioned, I have 18 years of experience and in 18 years I've kind of touched different genres of this industry, whether it's operating methods, designing details or creating co-working spaces, speaking centers. And for me, the ecosystem about your meeting specific one particular chapter of designing and continuing it. It's as simple as you're here to problem solve because you understand someone's belief and someone else cannot. But
and stuff like that. And maybe that got us more involved or more, let's say, inquisitive about this field. And by the fourth semester, I was hooked on to design because we were creating something every day, and we had good team of professors who made our foundation very strong. That is very important in any school, and it's sad that I see that it's lacking now in a lot of schools, that kind of strength of the faculty giving that sense of pride, that sense of making you understand the what you're doing actually. So that really helps a lot. Maybe we were lucky that we had such kind of things, and over a period of years after still being in the practice and practicing for many years now in the field of architecture, I have been lucky enough to do we hotel projects. We have done resorts. Right now we are doing a huge resort project in Kodaikanal. We are doing hotel projects, huge residences, interior spaces, like Neha said. A whole That's the best thing about it. We get to do a lot of different things. It's just not. I mean, today I'll be doing a coffee shop. Tomorrow I might be doing let's say, a lawyer's office. That's the kind of things which fall on our plate, and then you start thinking different things, like this problem, right? You can't do what you do in a coffee shop in a lawyer's office, and these things keep you alive. And I've seen architects actually mature and evolve over years. I've yet to see an architect, interior designer, who says I'm retired. I've yet to meet somebody like that. So that itself gives us that sense of being happy with what we do. So I see people we still work maybe till 7, 8 in the evenings, but it's out of the want of it. It's not the need for it. So that's what architecture does, and that's how we're still practicing, and we're still enjoying. We still keep working, doing things. Getting into teaching was very, very wanted to do it because we wanted to give back and actually bring the old way of teaching back to how architectural interior design is to be done. It is taught out of experience, definitely. It is not taught out of books. Okay, guys. So that's one of the major things we noticed good about a few, let's say, collective thought process individuals, and let's say just get into interior design teaching, because it really is being missed out. Architecture really requires a different way of teaching, simply because the whole world has evolved, right? It is not what was taught 20 years back can be done today too. The way students have evolved, I believe, since I deal with students day in and day out, I see they are far more smarter and mature than what we were then, and they have access to information, to a huge, it's a huge ocean of information which they are accessible to, and so the guidance is very important. Sort of tell them how to go about things. They really do wonders. That's the whole concept of actually starting this college, is to actually get back to the right foundation roots, pushing across how design should be taught to the creative individuals.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. The next question is for Ms. Neha. What are some of the key skills and qualities that are essential to be successful in this architectural field? The key skills and qualities, ma'am.
Okay, I think the entire dimension of understanding skill sets are changing now. For me, I completely agree with Ms. Ishwar. I am for me, skill set lies in fundamentals. So
Not able to hear you. Your voice is breaking. Yeah, I think you need to be.
can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm saying that whether it's something digital or anything which has to do with the drawing board, the skill set is you need to build things around fundamentals. You need to understand the core of anything, whether it's structure, the perspective, whether you're going to be, uh, 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 textures,
Ma'am,
elevations.
excuse me.
I
I'm sorry to interrupt. Your voice is breaking.
I think you need to be a little more closer to the screen, maybe.
okay, fine. Let me help you out with that. Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
loud and
Is
clear.
it better? Okay, awesome. So fine. So I was saying that the skill sets what you require is more to do with having a firm grip of methods at any point of time, whether it is anything to do with teaching or or it's a different concerns. And I don't think so we should limit ourselves by saying that uh, okay, the world is open to individuals also. It's more on understanding, creating things on softwares, getting into use of visual graphics or things like that. Even as an artist, even as a person holding a pencil, there is a lot which you can develop with respect to skill set. So it cannot be limited. I mean, in our industry, I don't see this as there should be one particular skill. I think in our industry, even if you know how to write, it's a skill which will help you apparently in a creative industry. So anything to do with creativity, don't try to succeed it. Don't try to overlap it with anything with your pencils, and you should try exploring what is it, what kind of skills interest in you in the creative sector, and you need to just upgrade and advance yourself in building those things, right? So whether it's sketching, let's say, whether it's styling, if you like styling something, if you like to play with textiles, let's say you enjoy designing your own dress, you go into designing your dress, these days from doing anything which is creative, and you can put your skill set because some or the other place, the forms, the compositions, the aesthetics, the color sense, your handwriting, your writing skills, everything can remain a motivator word to help you in enhancing your design portion. So I don't want to limit by saying that these are the five things you must have, and then you are done and you can become a designer. It's a very holistic, wholesome meal which you need to have an appetite for, and it will be gentle with.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you very much. Sir, the next question is for you. I think you will be the right person to answer this. What are the typical educational requirements for becoming an architect? As we Bangalore School of Design offer BDES, not BARC, and the NATA exam is not required. Sir, we can't hear you, sir.
Oh, sorry. Okay, it's a kind of a tricky question, but let's say typical educational requirements. I'm going to say, you need to be proficient in basically once you finish 12th standard, right? That is basically what you have learned from teachers. Okay, so I'll give you guys a quite a interesting difference between what you guys finished in 12th or PU and then what is in 12th. So once you finish your 12th, right, it's almost like you finish your education, right? For the people who have just finished all your 12th, you're supposed to be a full-fledged person with a sense of certain parameters of knowledge of, let's say, understanding elements of, could be in science, could be, let's say, bits of commerce, arts. So you have a kind of understanding of the whole system. Now, when you come into an undergrad program, what happens is you then become you have professors or lecturers. So these people basically are guides. So it's no more teaching. Okay, so that's something which students need to understand when they get into an undergrad program. Requirements for being an architect, simply I would say, is today they're much more aware of what architecture is. So it's I'm not going to get into saying that you need to write so and so exams. So to me personally, it's outdated. I personally feel it's tremendously outdated the way the system works. I'm being very open and vocal about it because the world has changed. The needs has changed. Digital AI has taken things to a different way. We even design buildings today. The way we look at interiors has changed. So I'm not going to say what was requirements given by, let's say, a certain university or the programs is the right thing. But as an individual, if you are creative and if you say that you want to be in the design field, if you want to become a designer, then definitely you can get into the field of architecture. Okay, so I can enhance this better for you. Is actually a field of architecture, interior design, or any design field. Basically, gives you an awareness into a lot of things. It makes you understand many things in terms of proportions, scale. You actually become a better person.
And then, if you consider this as a problem solving method, then anything which comes on your plate, you just need to solve it for your client. It's simple as that. And that is something which has kind of, kept me so passionate and so excited every day with respect to the work what I do, because every project brings in every internal experience of what I've been pursuing, and that's what it's all about.
Thank you, ma'am. We have a question from Sayani Banerjee. I can answer that. Which semester will we have international training, ma'am? Sayani, it's a 4 year program. So there are 8 semesters. In the seventh semester, we wish to take the students to Indonesia to study.
And we were in Kuwait, so he was handling a lot of projects, and he always used to get shouted by the architects in the project field. Right? He always and he used to think the architects are the boss of the project, and so whenever they used to go for meetings, they have to wait for the architect to come over or the interior designer to come over, and then only the meeting starts. Even though they are delayed, they will come in with some sense of air and they will apologize and they will just take control of the meeting. And that's what architects do actually. And I think it got into my dad that he wanted one of his kids to be an architect and he pushed me into it. So that's one of the reasons actually I got into architecture. But then I fell in love with it. Okay, I mean, after the first year, luckily I was a bit creative and stuff like that. And maybe that got us more involved or more, let's say, inquisitive about this field. And by the fourth semester, I was hooked on to design because we were creating something every day, and we had good team of professors who made our foundation very strong. That is very important in any school, and it's sad that I see that it's lacking now in a lot of schools, that kind of strength of the faculty giving that sense of pride, that sense of making you understand the what you're doing actually. So that really helps a lot. Maybe we were lucky that we had such kind of things, and over a period of years after still being in the practice and practicing for many years now in the field of architecture, I have been lucky enough to do we hotel projects. We have done resorts. Right now we are doing a huge resort project in Kodaikanal. We are doing hotel projects, huge residences, interior spaces, like Neha said. That's the best thing about it. We get to do a lot of different things. It's just not. I mean, today I'll be doing a coffee shop, and tomorrow I might be doing let's say a lawyer's office. That's the kind of things which fall on our plate, and then you start thinking different things like this problem, right? You can't do what you do in a coffee shop in a lawyer's office, and these things keep you alive. And I've seen architects actually mature and evolve over years. I've yet to see an architect or interior designer who says I'm retired. I've yet to meet somebody like that. So that itself gives us that sense of being happy with what we do. So when I see people, we still work maybe till 7, 8 in the evenings, but it's out of the want of it. It's not the need for it. So that's what architecture does. And that's how we're still practicing and we're still enjoying. We still keep working and doing things. Getting into teaching was very, very wanted to do it because we wanted to give back and actually bring the old way of teaching back to how architectural interior design is to be done. It is taught out of experience, definitely. It is not taught out of books. Okay, guys. So that's one of the major things. It is good about if you, let's say, collective thought process individuals and let's say just get into interior design teaching because it really is being missed out. Architecture really requires a different way of teaching simply because the whole world has evolved, right? It is not what was taught 20 years back and everything can be done today too. The way students have evolved, I believe since I deal with students day in and day out, I see they are far more smarter and mature than what we were then, and they have access to information to a huge, it's a huge ocean of information which they are accessible to, and so the guidance is very important. If I have to sort of tell them how to go about things, they really do wonders. That's the whole concept of actually starting this college is to actually get back to the right foundation roots of pushing across how design should be taught to the creative individuals.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. The next question is for Ms. Neha. What are some of the key skills and qualities that are essential to be successful in this architectural field? The key skills and qualities, ma'am.
Okay, I think the entire dimension of understanding skill sets are changing now. For me, I completely agree with Ms. Bhuvneshwar. I am not a very good person. For me, skill set lies in fundamentals. So
Not able to hear her. Your voice is breaking. Yeah, I think you need to be.
can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm saying that whether it's something digital or anything which has to do with the drawing board, the skill set is you need to build things around fundamentals. You need to understand the core of anything, whether it's a structure, perspective, whether you're looking to do sections,
Ma'am,
elevations.
excuse me,
I
ma'am. Ma'am, sorry to interrupt. Your voice is breaking.
I think you need to be a little more closer to the screen, maybe.
okay, fine. Let me help you out with that. Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yep,
ma'am.
loud and
Is
clear.
it better? Okay, awesome. So fine. So I was saying that the skill sets what you require is more to do with having a firm grip on fundamentals at any point of time. Whether it is anything to do with the fundamentals, but it's a concerns, and I don't think so. We should limit ourselves with saying that. Okay, the world is open to digital also. It's more on understanding creating things on softwares, getting into the use of visual graphics or things like that. Even as an artist, even as a person holding a pencil, there is a lot which you can develop with respect to skill set. So it cannot be limited. I mean, in our industry, I don't see this as there should be one particular skill. I think in our industry, even if you know how to write, it's a skill which will help you apparently in a creative industry. So anything to do with creativity, don't try to subsize it. Don't try to overlap it with anything or make it multiple pieces. And you should try exploring what is it, what kind of builds interest in you in the creative sector, and you need to just upgrade and advance yourself in building those pieces. So whether it's sketching, let's say, whether it's styling, if you like styling something, if you like with textiles, let's say you enjoy designing your own dress, you go into designing because these days from doing anything which is creative, and you can put your skills in some or the other place. The forms, the compositions, the aesthetics, the color sense, the your handwriting, your writing skills, everything can remain in a later date to help you in enhancing your design portion. So I don't want to limit by saying that these are the five things you must have, and then you are done and you can become a designer. It's a very holistic, a wholesome meal which you need to have an appetite for and jump to it.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you very much. Sir, the next question is for you. I think you will be the right person to answer this. What are the typical educational requirements for becoming an architect? As we Bangalore School of Design offer BDES, not BARC, and the NATA exam is not required. Sir, we can't hear you, sir.
Oh, sorry. Okay, it's a kind of a tricky question, but let's say typical educational requirements. I'm going to say, you need to be proficient in basically once you finish 12th standard, right? That is basically what you have learned from teachers. Okay, so I'll give you guys a quite a interesting difference between what you guys finished in 12th or PU and then what is undergrad. So once you finish your 12th, right, it's almost like you finish your education, right? So the people who have just finished all your 12th, you're supposed to be a full-fledged person with a sense of certain parameters of knowledge of, let's say, understanding elements of, could be in science, could be, let's say, bits of commerce, arts. So you have a kind of understanding of the whole system. Now, when you come into an undergrad program, what happens is you then become you have professors or lecturers. So these people basically are guides. So it's no more teaching. Okay, so that's something which students need to understand when they get into an undergrad program. Requirements for being an architect, simply I would say, is today they're much more aware of what architecture is. So I'm not going to get into saying that you need to write so and so exams. Okay, so to me personally, it's outdated. I personally feel it's tremendously outdated the way the system works, and I'm being very open and vocal about it because the world has changed. The needs has changed. Digital AI has taken things to a different way. We even design buildings today. The way we look at interiors has changed. So I'm not going to say what was the requirements given by, let's say, a certain university or the programs is the right thing. But as an individual, if you are creative and if you say that you want to be in the design field, if you want to become a designer, then definitely you can get into the field of architecture. Okay, so I can enhance this better for you. Is actually a field of architecture, interior design, or any design field. Basically, gives you an awareness into a lot of things. It makes you understand many things in terms of proportion, scale. You actually become a better person. How things are around them. Basically, we start understanding a lot of things in terms of color and proportion and scale, which applies to different fields of design. It's not just architecture, interior design. Uh, so you evolve far better as a person. I'm not going to get into the system of saying this is the requirement for architecture at all. It's just that you want to do it, go ahead and do it. And if the system says that you need to write NATA for PR, then so be it, right? But we very clearly moved away from it because we didn't want to get into that. Because we personally believe NATA cannot. I don't believe in that system. So I said the students have evolved today, like I said, and then we have come across with BDES, which is a very very popular course across the world. There is BDES architecture, BDES interior design, a lot of things, which is a 4-year program enhanced with you know lot of vertical learnings. Like that's how we have evolved in this. We have done a lot of research and tied up with the university in Bali, which gives you one semester there as Asian architecture. So these are the things what students require, I believe, for being a better designer tomorrow. So we are looking towards that type of a path of making the student much more better in accumulating skill sets, which is the most important thing in today's industry. I wouldn't want, I mean, the theory is fine, but if you are able to gather the skill sets and if you are able to understand is requ- uh, what is the most needed skill sets, like even Sneha said, the number of skill sets are required. It's not just one, right? You can't point is A, B, C. The number of skill sets. That's you will learn that the right way. You learn that from the from getting a foundation strong. So those are things which are important for you to even get into an architectural education and then becoming an architect later.
Done, sir. Thank you very much. The next question is from Rohit. Ms. Neha, would you like to answer this? How to explore our design, concept thinking.
I lost you there. Could you just repeat the question?
How to explore our design, concept thinking. A question by Rohit.
Okay.
Oh, ma'am.
I I think it's a very it cannot be described in few statements, Rohit. Hi. It's more about firstly what is design thinking. Some kind of brief what you require, what I personally feel to channelize your thinking to pursue the design what is required by the end user. So I strongly believe that there has to be a question, there has to be a brief with respect to what I need to create. Otherwise, it's the world is an oyster. There is so much lying around. You cannot give yourself streamline the thinking into a particular direction if you don't have a brief. So to do that, to have a proper design thinking, you need to understand the product, the brief, the surroundings, the situation, the movements, the connect, the context in which what is supposed to be used, and then try to connect the dots around it. Try to articulate all these things together and then figure out what is the best possible mold which will work out, to resolve that design and think around it. So this is how conceptually speaking, this is how I think it works. You have ingredients to cook a recipe. You cannot just start cooking recipe without having the ingredients. So maybe that's the thing basic the thinking part of it.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Neha. Rohit,
Can I add to this, guys?
of
Okay,
course,
Neha, okay, one more thing. Neha, I think your voice again is breaking off. I think, I think something with the
Okay.
station. I don't think the kid heard it. So this, who's the person who put this question to you?
Rohit, sir.
Rohit. Okay, so we want to know if Rohit is he doing his architecture or what?
No, sir, he's in his 12th standard. He's
Okay.
thinking of taking up BDES in his
Okay.
UG.
So this concept is a very commonly word used or through when the students get into the field of architecture from first semester till the end of the semester. A lot of students have this concept confusion. We generally in our circles we say the double C. So the students really get vexed. So the faculty says submit your concept sheets, and these students get like as they got hit by a brick. So concept is nothing, guys. I mean, to the ones who are if they're there, it's basically what you think. Okay, it's nothing else. It's just it's a very simple thing. If somebody asks you to design a cafeteria on a hill, the hill determines how you're going to look at it, right? The context is called the surrounding, and then what comes to you then understand there is a breeze coming in. You understand there's a lot of sun. So all these thoughts in your head is just the concept. There's nothing else. Concept is not that you have to come up with a butterfly or a wing of a plane and then convert it into something. So if the same cafeteria was put in front of a beach, those surroundings change your thought process. So your thought process is your concept, and that's what leads you to design. So you will learn that over a period of semesters. Your thinking becomes stronger. So in the first semester will be a little weak. Second, it starts to enhance. So by the time when you are in the seventh semester, your thought process is set right. That's what is our job, right? That's what a good faculty does. And then you sort of are sure what you're going to do. And then when you learn, when you're sure and when you're clear about what you're going to do, you talk well about it. And when you talk well, you explain your design well. And that's what we call it as selling to your client. So that process of doing that is nothing but concept wise.
Okay, thank you, sir. Ms. Rohit, I hope your question is answered. Dear participants, please feel free to drop in your questions in the chat box. Ma'am, the next question is for you. How important is practical experience and internships?
A lot, a lot. I mean, I just have one word to it. There is nothing you guys can achieve except for having a fancy degree in your biodatas and your CVs if you believe that you can handle this world and their problems just by stepping out of college and directly stepping out into the world. I'm a strong believer of mentorship. You need to find a mentor. Forget about 4 years in college, and after that you have to put yourself out for a couple of years, under someone to get a hang of what this industry in real world is all about. Without internships, without being under somebody, without being part of a system which will shield you, protect you from the outside world, teach you the real lessons, the hands-on lessons, the site situations, standing there, figuring things out, meeting the real people. Because throughout your curriculum, there will be faculties which will protect you. Faculties knows your strengths and weaknesses. Faculties know, and everything is about scoring. Either you'll score less or you'll score more. But when you enter the real world with real issues and real people, there is no one who's going to spare you. And that would be the parallel world learning what you need to understand. So if you think that you can, give it a skip and start earning from the day you get your degree, guys, you have to think again about it, because that's not the way which your industry works. It's not something which will happen overnight. You have to go through the real journey, dirty your hands at site, see the real field work, meet the contractors, meet the vendors, touch the hard materials. When there are no materials, find the substitutes, hear the problem, shouting, screaming, putting pressures on you. This is not something what a college can teach you. There you only have pressures of your faculties and you know how to pick them. Clients, you'll never be able to pick them. You have to work around their timelines. So all this you learn only when you get a smell of the office and you get the right skills. So yes, you have to go through this grind as well.
So I had asked Ms. Neha, how important is practical experience and internship? I will rephrase the question to Dinesh sir. How does Bangalore School of Design and Technology helps the students get practical experience and internship?
Okay. I mean, what you said was 100%, 1,000% true. You guys definitely need experience. I think any field does. Once you get into after finishing your degree, obviously we're all going to look for a job, we want to earn, we want to get bucks, and first few years of actually getting into the industry one to one and dirtying your hands definitely is what takes you up. And that is something which we have realized right from the start of the college from day one is the exposure to industry. So we do it in a big way because fortunately we are tied up with the industry. We got a huge circle of friends, architects, interior designers over the last couple of years. So our students, we have a very unique program which we call it an in situ series program, where students are taken for a whole day to a particular site. It could be a residential, it could be a home site, project which is interior works which are going on, where the whole thing is at the site. They are made to talk to the carpenters, and the carpenters talk to them. So just listen to the language, which is so important, right? Listening to a carpenter talk to you is so important. Listening to a fabricator talk to you, so you actually meet them on. It is not just the board or the cabin, the rooms that you sit in. And then you see, let's say, I mean, I'm going to take an example of a wood frame and a door. There are many ways to do a wood frame. So how to use a joinery, how to the size of it. When you actually see it outside, when you see it, when you feel it, the learning enhances by zillions, right? Imagine sitting and doing a door drawing, and imagine going to a site and actually physically seeing it, talking to the carpenter who does it. That knowledge stays with you always, right? It's a very common thing before was when we see, we learn. That's why they say, right? Traveling is one of the best ways to learn, right? It's because you see things. The bookish knowledge sometimes remains with you for a certain time, and then it just gets knocked off. It's because other things fill in. When you see, you will definitely get imbibed in your system, and that's one of the main things we
It's
do.
like it's like our science experiments, what we used to do, mugging up chemistry, organic chemistry, and doing it in the lab.
Yeah.
Actually, kind of sealed all that
Yes.
qualitative whatever we had with our professors.
Yeah. We did that actually. We took students to one of the side projects recently, and a student was so dull. I mean, she was not interested in class, and she just totally woke up at site visit. She asked about 100 questions, and she cleared distinction in her exam because she realized, that after that visit, it made her realize what she's going to do. So the next thing about a site visit, which we have realized, this kind of in-situ series, is when we take students there, then they realize that they are the king of that project. It is through their
The
design.
captain of the ship.
Yes, they through their eyes, their hands, such a thing comes out, and when they realize that they're going to create something for the rest of the world to enjoy and live and breathe, it really turns them into supermen or superwomen. There are a few students who have done that, and they've done amazing jobs after the third semester. They were so dull, lulling around, and when they did this kind of visits, and then they meet the vendors, it does change. The next thing we do is a regular system of getting different practicing architects, like even Mrs. Neha, who comes over regularly to our college, shares her work with the students. When they meet people like her, when they meet different architects like her, they listen to again the language. They listen to them talk. They listen to them explain their projects. They listen to the words scale, height, kind of ventilation, the kind of windows, and when those things start getting like I said, gets involved in your process. You then when you see them, listen to them, then you would want to imitate them and want to talk like them. So important those things are, in the field of design. So these are very different things which we really do in our college, which really helps a lot.
I would just like to add something to it. The flip side of the story. So I find a lot of interns and a lot of students who say that if everything we will be learning through contractors, through carpenters, fabricators at site, why do we need to pursue, a professional syllabus? Why can't we just be at site and be with these guys and figure things out?
Yeah,
Every time I try telling them this, that you need to have some fundamentals, some base, some code to first have the theory in place and then see how the execution is done to it. You cannot directly start and see stars over there, because then whatever the carpenter is telling you, you will try to mug that thing up and you will only have one way of looking at it. To solve a theorem, we need to know the theorem first. We need to get our understanding of the formula first. And that's what you must be doing in a college. You have to build your fundamentals. You have to learn what do you mean by a door frame, what are the offsets, what are the sizes. And then you can play along with your site teams and figure things out. And then it will be even more, fun to learn and execute things once the theories are in place. So that's
yeah,
the
yeah,
the other way round. You cannot you
definitely.
cannot
Theory
just
is primarily important. Education is that. Today's architects want to be there, interior design.
Yeah, otherwise you'll take 10 years to stand at site and learn everything and then you might
You will learn
begin
it
your
wrong. You will learn it the wrong way. Theory is important. So theory is one hand, practice one hand. They go together.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. There's yet another question from Sayani. Dinesa, a difference between building and architecture. Maybe she wants to ask what is
Okay,
the
the word architecture by definition is a person who leads. Okay, so basically that's why they say he's the architect of the project. So what happens is it's under him the whole thing gets done. He designs the place. It could be a building. It could be even interior design of a big space. So it's not that it's just buildings. This architecture is a lot of things put together. So you in the 4 years of learning this program, what will happen to you is you will understand it requires the structural aspects of it. You will learn the sustainable parts of it. You will understand the maybe even the air conditioning. It's called the electrical, plumbing. So, so many things which put together, and then you lead the show. So you lead the whole thing in terms of design. You are by then you are a full fledged architect. Or an architectural graduate, right? And by the time you sort of get an awareness on how all these things compile and come together in your building, and then you have a set team. So there are teams of, let's say, air conditioning engineers, plumbing engineers. You let's say guide them into making this building a masterpiece. So that's what architects do. So architecture is doing these type of things. So it just cannot be buildings. It can be many things, not just buildings alone.
Sayani? I hope your question is answered. There are two questions from Tejas. Ms. Neha, can you answer the first one, please? I have
Sure.
no experience in designing and drawing, but I dream a lot about my ideas. So, will I be able to achieve this? From Tejas.
Tejas, that's very interesting. Now, maybe after this webinar, I'll call you up and ask you what exactly you dream around and what is it, what you're manifesting, as your career goals. See, the thing is, you guys belong to a generation where I, like a parent, cannot tell you stop dreaming because you are not dreaming in the right direction. Because my parents tell me if you're not dreaming, houses or interiors, or you are not having a proper aesthetic understanding of what is the fabric, what is the texture, then you cannot become a designer. So there was a very binary approach in my generation of being this or not being it. Now, by the time you guys have evolved and your generation, what you are seeing today, I cannot stop you from dreaming. And I cannot tell you that maybe this is not going to make sense for design. Maybe your dreams will make you create some animated movie tomorrow. You never know. So, what I would advise you over here is I'm not sure whether this will help you to become a designer or not, but please try to self introspect and understand what is it what you are liking to dream. Try to analyze your dreams, try to analyze what is it, where it is taking you, where is it like shifting you, and maybe then you kind of start bringing the answers. It can be anything. And in a creative industry, the first thing what you need to be is imaginative. And if you have already started to gather that and you have understood that you are imaginative, the step one is clear. Now you need to channelize that imagination and sharpen your skill sets, build something around it, and mold yourself into it. It could be design, it could be visual graphics, it could be even you can be a cartoonist. I don't know, because I don't know what is it what fascinates you. But don't stop it. The whole thing is I'm never going to demotivate you from, dreaming. Continue to dream, but try analyzing it and then give yourself some kind of, a chance to pursue it. And there are so many things around it. It's just not design what you have to worry about. If you're dreaming and if you're not an interior designer, your dreaming is a waste. Don't think that way. Okay?
The second question by Tejas again, Dinesa. How many types of architecture are there in real life projects like landscape, residential, and even public place. How does these work?
Okay. If I understand the question,
Dinesh is getting all difficult questions.
it's no, it's not difficult. It's good. That's what I said. Students are much smarter today. They're much more evolved. We never ask such questions, right? So it's fine. So if I hope I've got the right question, which says how many different type of
So, how
architecture.
many types of architecture are there in
I
real
mean,
life?
there are a billion guys. Actually, realistically, there are a billion. Okay, so if you want to, if you just people have jotted it down as landscape architect. There is the actual residential architect. Then there's interior architecture. Then there is your urban landscape, urban architecture. Then you have hardscapes. I mean, it just goes on. So right. So these are the very few things which people work on, saying either I'm a landscape architect or or a furniture architect or I'm an interior architect or I'm a building architect or an urban designer, right? So these are the basic five to six which are generally commonly looked at. But this is something which I'm going to say. I think the question might come about, but since this question is a nice question, so to me, architecture is something which is a stepping stone into so many different fields of your interest. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a very nice, beautiful example, which happened to me when I was teaching at one of quite a big college in Bangalore itself. So I was a visiting professor there, and there was this student. His name is Siddharth, and he was still fourth semester. He didn't like architecture. Definitely, he was pushed into it. He was not doing well. So I had a nice chat with him. So after class, we both sat. I told him, "What's bugging you, buddy?" And he was saying that he said, "Can I be open with you?" And he told me, "Sir, I just do not want to do that. I'm not enjoying this." So I asked him what his passion is, and he said he wants to be a dancer. I was like, "What's a dancer doing in in a school of architecture?" And he was in fifth sem by then. And then he told it's just that's what he wanted to be. So I told him, "So you finished up so many years. So what has this course taught you?" I asked him. First thing he told me, the one thing I learned about all this is I like that now I understand how colors work. He said. I said, yes, that's what architecture does, right? We teach you colors, right? How to put colors together. So he started dressing well. That's what he told me. I said, good, right? You started dressing well now. So one by one, by the time you finish well, your dance moves will be better. Your positioning yourself will be better. So this field does that. And believe me, that kid today he is a leading choreographer in New York. So he finished here. He's moved there, and he keeps in touch with me. He's like thrilled that I was able to guide him for this. And his dad is even more mighty pleased that his son didn't go into some other blah blahs, and he's doing amazingly well. And he scored, I think, sixth in his in the university thesis exam. I mean, that's how he pushed himself up, understanding that of this course brings you there. It gives you so much different differences in your the way you look at it, the way you look at colors, the way you look at scale, the way you look at a building, and the way you look at it like in your own house. You understand? You start to evolve as a better person, like I said. Two of my students are set designers. So these kids they did the big RRR movie. The set design was done by architecture students. They're set designers today. Okay, there are students of design architect who have finished interior design. They went and did their masters in product design. So those guys are working for a company, huge company called Grohe in Germany, in Dusseldorf. These guys are sitting and working there now. They finished their masters in Germany, and then they went and joined Grohe in for as a product designer, junior product designers for Grohe, where it's a plumbing fixtures company. This is the only field which gives you so many options. You understand, guys? I mean, like design, because you are in the end a full-fledged designer, so you will be able to understand design. Your car key, the bike key hold, the phone in your hand you'll be holding is all products. It's designed, right, by somebody who's got the sense of scale and proportion with them. So architecture. So coming back to his question, saying how many segments are there in architecture, like, so I mean, I can just to put it on table on theory, it is 1 2 3 4 5 6, but I said it's many. Choreographer is into an architecture field. Can you understand when I said it's a billion? That's what I meant.
Tejas, I hope both your questions are answered. Uh, a person called Parth had raised his hand. Parth, if you are here, kindly raise your hand once again. Okay, we move on to a question by Akash. Is this involve construction or only designing? Miss Neha, would you like to answer this question?
Could you repeat the question?
Does this involve construction or only designing?
What involves only construction designing?
I
Miss
guess I think he's trying to check maybe if you do a course in interior design architecture, does it involve just the designing aspect or do you get involved in construction? I hope that's what he's asking.
Sir, can you answer this, sir? I mean,
Yeah, Manisha, I would give it a
I mean,
pass.
like, see, what happens is designing. There are two. Again, the world has evolved. Okay, so when you design, it gets built. So it is correlated. You can't avoid it, right? We are working in office. You're going to get paid for something which you're going to design. It could be an interior of a space. Let's again come back to a cafeteria. You're going to design that space. You're going to design the flooring. Let's say what tiles you have to do. So somebody then does the execution of it. Now you as a person can just do drawings. There are a few offices which just uh, puts the brakes on saying we're issuing a whole set of drawings and execution completely is taken over by another set. There are certain offices which get involved in the drawings and get involved in the execution because to you it's passion. When you're doing something, you want to see it happen at site. You want to go there and check things and you do it. I mean, that's when it gives you the joy of seeing what you've done come up, right? So that's one way of looking at it. And there are a lot of offices in India which do set of drawings for for cities abroad. So they do it for US, they do for Canada. So they basically it's complete working drawings, a set of which get done here. So you put the brakes there. You don't get involved in the construction aspects at all. So it's your choice where you want to work, where you want to be. With experience, and if you're into this field and if you're going to like what you do, you would definitely want to get involved in the construction too. And like prior said by Mrs. Neha, the practical aspects of your involvement in the construction will enhance your design, and you will be learning the process better and better, and through the years you become a better designer because you get involved in the construction of it. So the choice is generally left today to you.
done, sir. Miss Neha, there's a question from Suchi. How does architecture and interior work together?
Oh my god. It has to. They are like siblings, guys. Please understand this. Okay, I'll give you an example. When you do a residence, then you take a architect. Let's say there is an architect and there is an interior designer, and they're still even for designing the space. Now,
Ma'am,
if
sorry to interrupt you,
Uh,
ma'am.
a little closer.
It's jarring. You
I can't come closer than this totally. Can you hear me now?
Uh,
Okay, I'm just putting my video off, guys. Sorry.
yeah, maybe that'll help.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Can you guys hear me now?
Yep, yep.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what I was saying is that let me give you an example. Let's assume that a residential site, the architecture is being done by an architect and interior designing is being done by an interior designer. Now, if these two components doesn't go hand in hand, what will happen is the entire manifestation which an architect has done for that house is not what you see when you will be designing the furniture pieces, when you will be designing, putting the wall skids over there, planting materials over there. So I'll be having one set of thinking for this house. Mr. Dinesh will have another set of thinking for this house. And when you see it from outside, you will think that this house will look like, something which you have visualized outside, and you think that it's inside also the same thing. But when the minute you enter inside, it will be a completely different language. And that is where it needs to amalgamate. That is where in the transit the story has to be stitched, where the outside and the inside, whether it's the rooms, whether it's the walls, the wall scripts, the intersections of the chord scripts, the formulas, the phonics, the way we are planning the bigger panels, the way you're planning the landscapes, even the materials what you're using outside, is that language working for the materials that you're using inside? There is so much which goes into it. So, like I always tell people, so this I'm very keen for this as well. If your house has been designed by an amazing architect, okay, with amazing architecture, you may not need an interior designer for your house. It's as simple as that. So, because there is so much what you need to add with the lights, with the contrast, with the different themes that you use for the flooring, that you use for the wall, you may not have to massively enhance spaces. But in basic, that's an example. If both parties has to work together, it will be done in a good way, connected, and through the storybook, which has actually clear
Hostel
steps,
learning.
has fun, has chapters. It will not be too simple because if you're dividing into too simple pieces, then it's too one. It will be very easier to start and easy, easier is to finish. So it is meant for the client. So architecture and interiors together make a very tall, they make a very significant. But generally, second to last applications. So when apartments have certain constraints, so when we see the buildings in these new buildings which are, your
Law.
interior has to be a top. Am I audible?
Ma'am, your voice is still jarring and breaking. Maybe if you wear headphones, it may serve the
Some part
purpose.
of it is audible and then it breaks again. It gets a little audible and then it breaks. That's what's happening.
Right. I think I have good Wi-Fi connection. Let me change it to my headphone. Give me a second.
So, dear participants, we will be ending this Q&A session shortly. Please drop in your questions in the chat box or raise your hand and you can talk to the speakers directly. The next question is for Sir.
Audible now?
Hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, Dorothy, continue.
Sir, what are some of the common misconceptions people have about being an architect and how does the salary progression typically work?
Oh God, why do you throw all these questions at me? Seriously. The common misconceptions people have about careers. I wouldn't call it a misconception. I would just say, see, guys, what happens is this is a process. The first initial 4 years or 5 years of undergrad program. After that, you will need to give some more time to learn certain things in the field, right? It's a practical aspects of the field, and generally, what I'm seeing in the last few years is a misconception about the pay more than anything else. I would say we have this in a lot of meetings which we have, and I hear a lot of students coming and telling me that they're getting paid less and stuff like that. So I tell them, look at it that somebody's paying you to learn, right? Because it's not the internship. Generally, again, what happens here is we have a very short internship period as specified by the governing authorities of the architecture studies, and by the time, and it's very limited because by the time they do that and then they go back to college for their thesis, they just lose in touch. So realistically, I would say an internship should be at the end, and then it becomes part and parcel of a year, and then you continue that through another working somewhere. So that first year or so is basically what you guys term as working should is actually is actually a paid internship, right? If you can get a thought process over that, you it's a tremendous way of rephrasing your thought process. So this is a kind of a this is a major misconception people have. Unfortunately, people start limiting yourself to the highest earners in the industry that we say as the CS guys, right? The computer industry where they start off with maybe 60, 70 package, whereas we start around 30 odd, 40 odd, and then we have to work hours to do this. But those guys die by 35, 40. I've seen many of them. washed out. So with yours, I've seen it all flop. A, right? And second is, we by the time, I'm going to give you again a wonderful example. Okay, so this across India, and there is an architect in Bangalore. I'm not going to take names because there's no forum. Uh, People wait in queue to get the house designed by him, right? He's quite a famous person, and to meet him, you need to first deposit some money, and then you get an appointment. I mean, that's how crazy people are to get the work done by them. And even coming to me as an example, 10 years back, my fee scale was different. Today, it is far different. I mean, I demand today. Client has to give. I mean, there's no questions asked.
I
And
would I would like to add to this, Mr. Dinesh.
yep,
I think what this is also something which I face a lot because I'm running my own firm now, and there is always a complaint. There is always a kind of discrepancy in what we are earning and what we are paying and what amount of hard work which goes into doing this and stuff. But I would like to repeat what you mentioned over here by saying that you need to upgrade yourself. If you think you deserve better, you need to stand out from what you're doing. If you continue to be an average and keep asking for, the pay structure, then you have to think again. You are a service industry. You cannot demand the high standards companies. They're not ready for anything from global. You are making notice for differentiating taxes,
yep,
and they cannot pay you the way a multinational company or a corporate brand will pay an engineer. So please understand the kind of creative perks that you get in doing your thing versus the kind of slovenliness everybody is doing in a big firm. In every IT based company as well, everything is stagnated. If you don't come to know us in a software company, your entire salary gets deducted. And over here in my office, we have fun Fridays, we have off sites, we go here, we do there because we are creative people. We need to put a stop to our thinking, and we need to kind of recharge our batteries. So there are multiple ways, in a holistic way, you should approach this industry. It's not about only about the pay, and if it's only
yeah,
about the
yeah,
pay,
you're true. But then yep. The thing is, basically, I've seen this a lot in the recent years of comparing themselves to their peers, right? It happens, and then that really pushes them off. And by the time it does take some convincing, but the good ones definitely do get convinced, and they definitely need to evolve their, like you said, the skill sets, and they keep growing. This is one of the biggest things which is happening in the last few years. Otherwise, we're fine about
and
it.
trust me, you guys, yeah, you won't burn out until your 90s. Till
Yep.
your last breath, you can design.
Yeah.
Ask any software guy if he's working the same
Oh,
in
they
the
all
same
burnt out.
location after his 50s. They all burn out. They always look out for, they have to shut down their systems on Friday and look forward to not doing work on Saturday, Sundays only because they are fed up with the work what they do. The only reason why they are working is because they are earning some bucks out of it. But in an architect's life, there shouldn't be any Saturday, Sundays. I think this should be another question. I'm just kind of mixing a lot of things over here. But
Yeah, yeah. For students
you
again.
have to,
Just to add to
you
this,
have to have
guys.
a perception.
So to add to this, it's a very nice saying which one architect, actually, is very senior person, taught me this. If you actually look at the corporate sectors, like you're saying, it's a triangle, right? And there's so many people at the bottom, and by the time they keep climbing the triangle, they all fall off because it gets jacked up. For us, it's always the reverse, right? For us, it's the other way around. For us, the from here you're growing. I mean, it just doesn't end. There's no end for us, right? It's not. We're not in a corporate world, and we don't have to get stuck. There is no more manager than senior manager, and then you're lost. And it's you're an architect. You just keep growing, and there's no end. It's an infinite line. And the more knowledge you have, the more your vertical growth is. So it's a beautiful growth. You will make it,
I agree.
definitely.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. There's a question from Akash. Is this a 4-year course or 3-year plus 1 year internship? Akash, it's a 4-year program. 4-year program, 8 semesters, and after the eighth semester, you will be sent for internship for 5 to 6 months.
6 months, and then you can continue further. That's why it is programmed that way. So you finish up your proper studies and then get into internship so that you actually really are starting the process from there.
Okay. We are going to wind up this Q&A session. The last question is about the biggest in thing which is happening right now with AI. Yes, sir.
Okay, I have one thing to put across to the people who are here, and there are some people who might have lost connection or something. So I was just thinking over this. What we can do for them, for the newcomers, like when we're doing the in-school series, maybe we're having one coming up by this second week of June for the students. So it would be wonderful if the ones who have logged in for this session, if they can register for it, we can actually take them to a place which is just finished. Actually, let them, the students who are going to join design actually should experience that place. That will be a wonderful thing to do. So I just thought of it. It would be really good, and we'll work this out, and they can register for it. So it'll be somewhere about, let's say, 10th of June to the 12th of June. We are looking at a in-school series for our students. So morning half for about an hour or two we can do for this people who have registered for this course. So they come to one of the locations.
Sir, we can't hear you. You are stuck.
There itself, they will really gather more info.
Okay. So a last question, and we'll wind up this Q&A session. What are some of the current trends and challenges in the architecture industry and the advancements in technology with reference to AI, artificial intelligence? Ms.
Yeah,
Neha?
Okay. The current trends. What do you mean by trends? Again, I'm not a big believer of trends. I think this is the time. This is the time when the industry is getting, used and being seen and has got exposed by the market. This is an opportunity, I think, being in a fastest growing economy at this point of time. So when you talk about trends, everything around you which requires a sense of functionality and aesthetics, I think it's trending right now. In form of in form of contemporary works, in form of native works. There is so much happening with craftsmanships, with native work, with bespoke work. We are going into the core regions of our country to find the materials, to find the right artisans, creating stuff. There is no end to anything right now. You just need to reach out, your mind, your dreams. You need to pursue, and the world is an oyster at this moment. So I don't think so we should limit this thinking by saying that something is trending, we need to follow that. There is nothing which is trending. There is no material which will trend. It's just a cycle, it's a phase of a material. Something which was working 20 years back in your grandmom's house, the same terrazzo has come back again and now it is trending. But that does not stop you from using wooden flooring, that does not stop you from doing cement flooring or anything like that. So don't limit yourself with the term trending. I think anything which suits your functionality, which suits your brief, which suits your aesthetics should be, you should take that courage to incorporate that, to imbibe that, and create your own designs and not follow anything which is like trending, especially on your Instagrams and your Pinterest and all those kind of platforms. So that is what. So again, I may not be the right person to tell what is currently trending because I would like to be in that and restrict myself. Jyoti, what was the other question you had asked?
With reference to AI, ma'am.
Okay, guys, I think everyone is talking about AI and everyone is having such kind of anxiety with AI. I think you need to read a lot more about AI before you start worrying about it, stressing, and raising your baby on AI. AI is not a monster, it's just a revolution. Every generation, every era, we have built something where we had apprehensions, but finally we figured a way out to come out of it. When the steam engines were built, when the printers were built, everyone had worries. Please go back to history books and find out when these revolutions had happened. How many of them thought that it will take away their jobs, it will take away their daily wages, but finally we found a way and we have only grown because of these technologies. Now, the only thing what AI will do is it will take away the mundane jobs from you guys. You have to sharpen your skills, you have to make yourself a better person, because there is no place for doing something which is mundane, repetitive, some kind of time pass work. That is something what AI will take away. AI cannot take away your creative thinking. AI cannot answer your clients the way you would be answering. It will only help you to upgrade. It will only help you to build your skill sets. Today you have limitation in understanding how many types of furnitures you have in the market, how many vendors are there, how many kind of furnitures are there, what kind of sofas are there. AI will bring all that together to you to help you to find that right piece for your client. Isn't that going to be helpful? We are only limited to those 5 people we follow on Instagram right now, and we only keep looking at those designers. AI will help you to get understanding, use better with what and how you can incorporate that into your system and work around it. So stop worrying about AI. I will suggest you need to be part of the growth plan with the technology. When the technology is changing, please understand the technology, learn the technology, get a grip on the technology rather than resisting the technology. There's no point resisting, because the world will continue to run at its pace. You need to match up to that pace rather than worrying. You should think that you are so fortunate that you are part of this at the early stage. You are not like after 20 years you're going, when AI has already done and dusted with everything. You are part of the initial years of AI. I think you should make most of it. So don't worry. This question has been coming. I don't know, for last 6 months, everyone is talking about AI and getting so worked up about it. I
Yeah,
think
chat GPT helps too.
maybe, yeah.
Yeah, it does. It does. I mean, we just embrace it. It makes it more easier.
Okay, dear participants, we are going to finally end the Q&A session with a last note from Dinesh sir about AI. Is it stressful or is it stress-free?
Yeah.
Sorry, Neha was saying something. I'm sorry I butted in on this.
No,
No,
no, no.
sir.
I
Ms.
was just
Neha
saying.
was telling us that AI is trying to raise people's BP. So, can we have a final note from you,
Oh yeah,
Dinesh?
it's fine. Yeah, see, the best thing again, guys. We are in the creative field. No AI, no IA can take the creativity from us. So what it can do is it will throw permutations at you. So at the end of it, again, you need to have your creative senses to select the right one. So there's no way AI can take away design.
The human connect from our
Have,
industry.
so
I
there
mean,
is
even
so there is a AI software which is being sort of being thrown around, is the right word, in the market for designers. Is, let's say somebody wants to do a house, and so people are turning to it for options, but then it confuses the client even more, because there is no there's not there's out of 18 options you just throw something at you, right? It's like you should be a person
I,
who person who has to actually understand your requirement, your needs to do it. But for that you need to go to a designer to get it done. So design will never phase out. It's just impossible to
I
phase out.
I think I would like to add to that the silly software which is like gone viral and it's trending right now. Guys, you need to understand the software. If you use that software and we have understood how it works on tap of a button, that's just the first 10% of each one payment what the client does, what the software is reflecting, which is like a 3D render. That's all. You are the one who's going to be making the details. You are the one who has to set the proportion, the scale, the elevation. The carpenter cannot see a picture. If a carpenter could see a picture and create a house, then your jobs were already on thread with Pinterest happening so much. I mean, there is a reason why a designer is there. So please try and ask yourself this question that how is this helping your client rather than worrying about it? It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, there is so much more what you have to do in a design industry than just creating visuals for your client.
So, anyway, to end this, in the economic data forum which got released, I think about 3 months back, the industries which are affected by AI and people are going to lose jobs, we are not there in it. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Oh, that says it all.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Neha ma'am. We end this Q&A session, which was indeed enlightening. We could go on, but we need to edit.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
good things must come to an end, and this webinar on careers in architectural design is no different. I express my deep gratitude to Dinesh sir for not just helping us organize this webinar, but also being a part of it. Thank you, Neha ma'am, for your wonderful guidance and presence. Thank you so much, ma'am. It was indeed an honor to have you with us. Dear
The pleasure is all
participants,
mine. Thank you.
you're welcome.
Thanks to everybody who was online. You guys need more info.
Can expect a rewarding career path that blends a great deal of responsibility with an opportunity